guys, it's Raul again, and today I'm going to be doing a book outlet unboxing. Because the book outlet has so many great sales, I bought a bunch of them, so I decided to share them with you guys today. So here is my massive box that I got from Book Outlet. I've already opened this because I got this box a week ago before I went on vacation, but was not able to film this until now. So all of the books are still in here. I haven't even organized them on my shelf because I wanted to do this unboxing before I organized them on my shelf. So let's just get started with this. So the first book that I picked up from Book Outlet was The Shadow Society by Marie Rutkowski. I read The Winter's Curse by Marie Rutkowski last month and absolutely loved it. So I saw this on Book Outlet and had to pick it up because, like I said, I really enjoyed Marie Rutkowski's writing, and this is something different from hers, and I'm just really excited. This was really cheap, and it's one of those like extremely floppy editions, which I'm very excited about. So I don't really know much about the premise. I know that there are these shadow people, and it's kind of dystopian. So either way, Marie Rutkowski, I had to pick it up. The next book I picked up out of just simple curiosity, and that was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I have heard so many things about this book, Going Blindly, that it was amazing. Some other people say that it was absolutely horrible. It's just a huge spectrum of just like thoughts and feelings on this book, and I was just very curious to see kind of what it was all about. It's very tiny, so I hope to get to this soon and through it fairly quickly, just to kind of see what all the fuss was about. I know it was very huge last year when it came out, so either way, it was really cheap, and I just, out of mere curiosity, I just wanted to pick it up to kind of just see what it was all about. The next book I picked up was Faking Normal by Courtney Stevens. I've heard really good things about this book. I know it's about a girl who gets abused and kind of, you know, her story, I guess, of everything that kind of happens afterwards. Obviously, you know, the title says it, Faking Normal. She's pretending to be a normal human being when she's not, or when she's gone through these things. So I'm excited to get into this. Like I said, it's another fairly short book. I've heard great things about it, and yeah, so I had to pick it up because it was cheap again, because Book Outlet has very cheap books. The next book that I picked up, I did not pick up for myself, I picked up for my wife because she wants to read this, but then I read the synopsis and kind of now I want to read it too, and that was Frostfire by Amanda Hawking. It takes place, I guess, in a world of one of her other series that I haven't read yet, the Trill world, or the Trill trilogy that I've heard about, and this is kind of another story or another trilogy that takes place in that same world, and this is the first book in it. I'm really excited. I know that I really enjoy kind of fantasy world set in snow and stuff, so this is definitely something that attracted me to wanting to read this book and pick it up. So if you guys have read it, I really haven't heard a lot of it, but if you guys have read it, let me know if this is something that I should pick up, or if I should read the Trill trilogy before I even pick up this series. I don't know. Let me know. And then I picked up Scarlet by Thomas Emson. This is a kind of vampire story. Again, I've been kind of in the mood to read a little bit more horror, and little kind of different horror, varied horror. And this is, I know about kind of, let's see. I know that there's some kind of party or something in like Paris. I can't remember what country it is. Oh, London. So they're in London, kind of, there's this, everyone dies while they're in London in this party or this club, and then they kind of all reappear again as vampires, and then there's this huge vampire outbreak in London. I don't know. London and vampires, it just sounded interesting to me. This was 99 cents, so I mean, either way, can't go wrong with picking up a 99-cent book about vampires, so I had to pick it up. Then I picked up Xenu Dead. This is a anthology of zombies, like a lot of different authors writing a lot of different stories about zombies. I've been kind of in the mood to read kind of short story anthologies, so I picked this one up. This one, like I said, was cheap, obviously, because it's Book Outlet, so I picked this one up about zombies. And I, obviously, after picking that one up, I had to pick up 21st Century Dead, which is kind of the sequel to that other one. This is also, like I said, short story anthologies, and this one has other authors that I kind of really know about. This one's got Orson Scott Card, Daniel H. Wilson, and Jonathan Mayberry, which I'm really excited to read their stories and stuff in here. Like I said, I've been really in the mood to read short story anthologies and zombies, yeah, so. And then the next book I picked up, I was kind of a little disappointed when I picked it up, and then I found out that it's a sequel to another book, so now I eventually have to pick up the first book in this. And this book is Full of Spiders by David Wong, and this is the sequel to John Dies at the End. So I have to get John Dies at the End now, and now I obviously have to get it in the hardcover so it matches with this, which sucks. I do not know why I just didn't pick it up in paperback, because it's so much cheaper in paperback. But either way, I don't know what this book is about. I don't want to know what this book is about because it's a sequel to another book, so yeah. The next two books that I picked up are part of a series. I don't know if it's a duology or if it's a trilogy, whatever it may be, but that is The Nightmare Affair by Mindy Arnett and The Nightmare Dilemma by Mindy Arnett. These are by the author who wrote Avalon and Polaris, which I absolutely loved those two books, sci-fi, young adult. I will link the review that I did for those books down below for you guys to check them out, but I had to pick these up, like I said, because it's Mindy Arnett and I really enjoyed her other books. I know it's about kind of this girl, or this spirit girl, that goes into places and induces nightmares in people. So then she is inducing these nightmares to this one guy, and then ends up falling in love with this one boy that she's, having to produce these nightmares for, and it kind of takes off from there. It seems pretty cool. The premise seems pretty cool. Like I said, this nightmare spirit who goes around and produces nightmares. It was blurbed by Marissa Meyer, also from the Lunar Chronicles, which I'm very excited about because I've heard amazing things about the Lunar Chronicles, and I have not read it yet, but I will eventually because I do own all of the books so far in that series. So I was excited that it was blurbed by her also. So I'm excited to get into these. Also, I don't know when I will get into them, but again, cheap, I had to get them. And the next book I've had my eye on for the longest time, and that is Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. This is the first book in the Benny Mora series, and I know it's kind of like they're zombie hunters, but it's really like a coming-of-age story. Either way, I've been really excited about this. These covers for the paperbacks are so creepy too, so I'm really excited. I wanted to pick these up for the longest time because they were super cheap on there, and yeah, I just needed this. Like I said, zombies. So obviously after picking up Rotten Ruin, comes to no surprise that I absolutely had to pick up the rest of the series, and these were all super cheap. I think I ended up paying like $13, $14 for all four of the books in this series. The second one being Dust and Decay, third book, Flesh and Bone, and fourth book, Fire and Ashes, and this is all, part of the Benny Mora series by Jonathan Mayberry. I'm really excited. It's all about zombies. They were cheap. I've been wanting them for the longest time, so I finally picked them up, and hopefully they're good because they were recommended to me by Janie from Bookworms Buddy. I will link her page down below for you guys to check out also. So I'm really excited because I now finally have all four books in this series and can finally start this and see kind of what it's all about because I'm really excited. Zombies. Again, I like zombies. So yeah, guys, that is it for my book outlet unboxing. Like I said, I'm very excited for a lot of these books, most of them at least. And if you guys have read any of them, please let me know which ones I can kind of, start first, or if you guys can kind of persuade me to start ones before others. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts on all of these things, and I will see you guys next time.